Welcome back to Financial Literacy, your go-to channel for insightful information on managing your finances and building wealth. In today's video, we're going to discuss a fascinating and often overlooked topic: the surprising ways in which rich people can go broke. It's a common misconception that once you amass wealth, financial troubles become a thing of the past. However, the reality is that even the affluent can find themselves facing financial ruin if they aren't careful. So, let's dive into the 10 unexpected paths that can lead the wealthy down the road to bankruptcy. 1. Lack of financial education. Contrary to popular belief, not all wealthy individuals possess a solid foundation of financial knowledge. Failing to understand basic financial principles like budgeting, investing, and risk management can lead to reckless spending, poor investments, and ultimately, financial downfall. This leads to the illusion of infinite wealth, where many individuals, such as Floyd Mayweather and Johnny Depp, experience the mistaken belief that money will always continue to flow in. While these individuals possess remarkable talent and receive significant payouts, they often lack the skills required for prudent investing. Depp, for example, transitioned from earning $35 million per movie to selling properties to cover mortgage payments for others. Floyd, on the other hand, earns $100 million per fight but dissipates his fortune on cars and lavish parties. Even Floyd's father believes he will eventually go broke due to his spending habits. It is easy to indulge in spending when money is continuously pouring in, but it is important to remember that your lifestyle remains fixed while income depends on your ability to perform. 2. Excessive lifestyle inflation. As income rises, it's easy to succumb to lifestyle inflation by upgrading homes, buying luxury cars, and indulging in lavish vacations. However, if spending consistently outpaces income growth, it can quickly deplete wealth. Failure to maintain a balanced lifestyle can lead to substantial debt and a vulnerable financial position. 3. High-risk investments. Wealthy individuals often have access to exclusive investment opportunities. While these options may promise high returns, they can also carry significant risks. We all remember the year 2007, when real estate prices skyrocketed, and people were fervently buying and flipping properties. However, things took a turn for the worse. Billionaires suddenly found themselves reduced to millionaires, while millionaires struggled to secure employment. Real estate developers experienced a significant downfall, where one day they could be worth $90 million, but the next day they found themselves in $20 million of debt. This sudden debt put pressure on them as banks, struggling with financial crises themselves, demanded immediate repayment. Such financial crises serve as market corrections, separating the genuine professionals from the pretenders. The majority of those who went bankrupt during the financial crisis, over 80% of them, never managed to recover. However, a small portion of the wealthy population patiently waits for these pretenders to face the consequences. Understanding how the market operates is crucial to avoid falling into such traps. Financial crises actually present excellent investment opportunities. While most individuals are retreating and nursing their losses, the truly successful investors come out and take advantage of the situation. This is the perfect time to make aggressive purchases. While the pretenders were buying properties at the regular prices in 2006, the truly wealthy were acquiring the same properties with a remarkable 60 to 70% discount in 2008. Additionally, scams are a constant threat, even to the most intelligent individuals. Richard Branson himself has been targeted by numerous individuals attempting to scam money from him. Just a couple of years ago, one of Richard's friends fell victim to a con artist who posed as Richard and requested a quick loan of $2 million to aid in the aftermath of Hurricane Emma. Unfortunately, the money disappeared instantly. People will go to great lengths to get their hands on your hard-earned wealth. We could discuss scams all day, and one notable example is the case of Nigerian scammer Emmanuel, who managed to sell a fake airport to a major international bank for a staggering $242 million. The scam went undetected for 3 years. Similar stories can be found throughout history. Cryptocurrency is a topic that generates mixed emotions. The mere mention of it can evoke intense reactions, including tears. We recall conversations from 2017, where friends discussed the volatility of this phenomenon and the inevitable losses that inexperienced investors would face. We read articles about middle-class Americans taking out second mortgages on their homes to purchase Bitcoin when it was priced at $15,000 per coin. That was the moment we realized this bubble would soon burst, and we stepped back. It is unwise to risk your life's work on something you don't fully comprehend in the hope of overnight wealth. A general rule of thumb is that if your uninformed cousin is investing in something, it's already too late to make substantial gains. 4. Mismanagement of business ventures. Entrepreneurship is a common path for the affluent to grow their wealth. However, not all business ventures are successful. Mismanagement, lack of proper planning, or underestimating market forces can lead to the failure of even the most promising ventures, causing substantial financial losses. 5. Unforeseen legal issues. No one is immune to legal problems, regardless of their financial status. When you're rich, people are quick to sue you for almost anything. You'll find yourself paying exorbitant amounts for frivolous claims. This is where the danger lies. A class action lawsuit filed against your company for any form of wrongdoing can result in a catastrophic financial loss. If you lose, not only will you have to pay substantial settlements, but your company may also carry debt. If you're a publicly traded company, the stock market's reaction can be devastating. In less than a year, you can go from being worth millions to filing for bankruptcy. Costly lawsuits, unexpected legal disputes, or failure to comply with regulations can drain wealth rapidly. The lack of proper legal counsel and risk mitigation strategies can leave the wealthy vulnerable to financial ruin. 6. Family and relationship matters. Family disputes and relationship breakdowns can have dire financial consequences. Divorce settlements, family feuds over inheritances, or financially supporting multiple dependents can rapidly deplete wealth. It might come as no surprise that divorce is a common factor. Divorce rates in developed countries exceed 50%, meaning 1 out of every 2 couples is likely to separate. In the beginning of a marriage, everything may seem blissful, but people can grow apart over time. It's important to acknowledge the financial aspect of this marital partnership, as the moment you marry someone, your finances become intertwined. You assume their debts, and they become entitled to half of your hard-earned assets, unless you have a prenuptial agreement, commonly known as a prenup. Divorce laws often favor the less wealthy spouse, which some argue is unfair and in need of adjustment. To illustrate the impact of divorce, let's consider the recent separation of Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, from his wife. After sacrificing his entire life and enduring immense stress to build the world's largest online store, Jeff Bezos amassed a fortune of $140 billion. However, due to the absence of a prenuptial agreement, his former wife is entitled to half of his wealth, amounting to a staggering $70 billion. This sum exceeds the net worth of Sergey Brin, the co-founder of Google, and is 3 times greater than Elon Musk's fortune. Once the divorce is finalized, Jeff Bezos' ex-wife will become the 5th richest person in the world. You might argue that he can afford it, considering his vast wealth. However, put yourself in the same scenario. Imagine building a successful company over the course of 10 years and accumulating a net worth of $20 million, only to have half of it taken by your partner during a divorce. Add legal fees, ongoing child support until your children reach adulthood, and the potential damage to your public image. A messy divorce can bring even the mightiest of entrepreneurs to their knees. Failing to establish clear boundaries and sound legal agreements can result in significant financial losses. 7. Economic downturns. Even the most successful investors and entrepreneurs can fall victim to economic downturns. Recessions or market crashes can wipe out substantial wealth within a short period. Relying heavily on a specific industry or failing to diversify investments can leave the wealthy exposed to volatile market conditions. 8. Overspending on philanthropy. While philanthropy is a noble pursuit, excessive giving without proper financial planning can lead to personal financial distress. Donating large sums of money without considering one's own financial stability can jeopardize personal wealth, especially if there's no sustainable source of income. 9. Substance abuse and addictions. Wealth can sometimes provide easy access to vices such as drugs, alcohol, or gambling. Uncontrolled addiction can rapidly drain financial resources, leading to significant debts and financial instability. Seeking help and support is crucial to avoid the downward spiral that can accompany addiction. 10. Lack of estate planning. Failing to plan for the transfer of wealth upon death can have devastating financial consequences. Without a comprehensive estate plan, heirs may face excessive estate taxes, legal disputes, or mismanagement of assets. Proper estate planning is vital to protect wealth for future generations. 11. Illness. In the Western world, falling sick can be incredibly expensive, particularly without comprehensive health insurance. The cost of treating certain diseases can deplete the financial resources of almost anyone. While it's understandable that you would spare no expense for a chance at survival, this isn't always feasible. To provide some perspective, let's consider the total medical costs for individuals with blood disorders and severe swelling disorders in recent years. The expenses reached $5 million for the former and $6.7 million for the latter. Blood disorders and cancer are currently the most expensive diseases to treat. 12. Death. This one is self-explanatory. The moment you pass away, your wealth is no longer yours. Accidental deaths can happen to anyone, whether it's a private jet experiencing engine failure, a luxury yacht getting caught in treacherous weather, or a drunk driver causing a fatal accident. Death is tragic, but it's essential to be prepared. Ensure your affairs are in order and have a strategy in place for your wealth. 13. Abductions. The existence of an entire industry centered around kidnappings and ransom insurance serves as a clear indicator of the magnitude of this phenomenon. It encompasses cases where employees, relatives, and even pets are taken captive. Desperate for monetary gain, individuals resort to extreme measures. Somali piracy alone amounts to a yearly problem worth $1.7 billion. Shockingly, over 70% of kidnappings go unreported, and a significant portion of them remain unresolved, resulting in the tragic loss of the abductees' lives. Globally, this constitutes a multi-billion-dollar enterprise built on the act of snatching people. From a statistical perspective, based on data from 2014, Asia accounted for 35% of kidnappings, followed by Africa at 30%, the Americas at 21%, the Middle East at 12%, and Europe and Russia at 2%. Nigeria stood out as the country with the highest number of kidnapping incidents that year. The demanded ransom often surpasses what the victim's family can afford. For instance, the average amount requested for an American is $20 million. It may come as a surprise that the ransom is frequently negotiated down to $7 or $8 million and ultimately paid to the kidnappers. It's worth noting that pet owners should also remain vigilant. In the UK alone, 60 dogs were stolen each week last year, with the intention of demanding money for their return or resale. In conclusion, it's important to understand that wealth does not guarantee financial security. The ways in which affluent individuals can go broke are often surprising and unexpected. By learning from these pitfalls and practicing sound financial management, we can all strive for long-term financial stability and success. Thank you for watching, and remember to subscribe to our channel for more valuable insights on financial literacy. Until next time, stay financially empowered.